You are now listening to the smooth sensations and high vibrations of Alex, host of the best relationship channel on YouTube. Alex, drop them gems
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And I did a video about this a while back, but it was a while back, so a lot of new people in here since we did this. So I just want to go over again. What is an elite woman? Who is the elite woman? When you say elite woman, what do you mean? Because a lot of people get it twisted with an elite woman and a high value woman, but an elite woman is way deeper than a high value woman. Okay, it's levels to becoming an elite woman. In my opinion, this is the perfect type of woman to date. All right. Now, everybody likes different personality traits and things like that, so I don't really get too much into personality. I get into general things that you can look at and you can say, is she qualified to be my queen or is she not? And then you can pick the personality that you like that goes around with that, all right? So, number one, we're going to get straight into it. This is not really in any order, but I'm just going to list them off as 1, 2, 3 anyway, but this is in no particular order. It really doesn't matter. Number one, all right, does she know her father? If she doesn't know her father, all right, her parents aren't married, they aren't still together, is there a parental figure or a father figure that's close to that? An uncle who's always around, a mentor who's always around, all right? And if she has brothers, I'm going to tell you the thing about brothers. If she has brothers but she doesn't have a father figure, chances are her brothers don't have a father figure or uncle or mentor or someone like that around. So they're probably going to be, you know, son husbands, simps. They're not going to help her out. No, she needs a masculine man around, all right? Because what happens is, because some people will say, well, what if her father's married to her mom, but her father's a simp? It doesn't really matter. As long as the man's around, it's not about how that man runs his household. That's irrelevant. What it's about is, does she have respect for men? Does she honor men? Does she even like men? A lot of these women don't even like men because they got abandoned by them at a young age. They may have been touched when they were younger. Stuff like that, that goes way deeper that y'all don't even think about. But a lot of these chicks don't even like men, because there was no father there to protect them from getting touched. I told you guys before that women are more than twice less likely to have an experience like that when they had a man of substantial in their life or a father in their life, right? So does she respect men? That's what you want to pay attention to. Does she know how to carry herself around them? Do they matter to her? Are they important in her life? Have they played an instrumental part in developing her into the woman that she has become? All right? There needs to be some type of male figure there. If there's not any type of male figure that you can point to, I'm not going to completely say that she can't still be a good woman. But what I will say is that is a huge red flag, and you might not want to take her serious. You might want to put her in the friend zone or something you just hit zone, but you probably don't want to wife her. All right? Number two, if her parents aren't married, right, is her family a family where most of the people are married? All right? Because that's important. A woman who sees her parents married, a woman who sees the women or the men around them in a marriage, she understands the importance of it, all right? But she also understands, and this is even more important, the ups and downs of it. She knows it's more likely you're going to have a house, all right? Your kids are going to be more structured. You're going to have more expendable income. But she also knows there's going to be arguments from time to time. There's going to be times where things don't go together. All right, you got to kind of make it work. She understands the struggle of watching a real marriage. It can be from a distance, that's okay. But if you're dealing with a woman where her whole damn family is full of single mamas, all right, listen, the apple don't fall far from the tree. I repeat, the apple does not fall far from the tree. All right, so predominantly, if her parents aren't married, you still want her to come from a family where most of the women in the family or most of the men in the family are married. All right, moving on even further into number 3 of an elite woman. All right, an elite woman most of the time is going to come from a higher socioeconomic status. All right, now this could mean she's a high earning woman. All right, this could mean her parents are high earners, or she just comes from a high earning family that has old money. It does not necessarily have to be her. Like, she might be just in the house waiting for someone to come and get her, right, and take care of her, right? That's okay. As long as, like I said, her parents is coming from money, her family's coming from money, a suburban chick. Now, this is the reason why that matters. All right? I told you guys before, I told you guys again. A lot of people make the misconception of thinking that a woman has money or a woman comes from money, that she's not going to be feminine, she's not going to be submissive, she's going to be in her masculine, she's going to be trying to sun you all the time, blah, 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 blah. But a lot of the time, if a woman has money or if a woman comes from money, the vast majority of people who have money marry, alright? I need you guys to understand that. Let that breathe, run it back. The vast majority of people who have money are married. That's just men and women. You don't see millionaires and billionaires out here just smashing chicks with no wife and no family. You very rarely to never see that. And that's for a reason, because there's certain economical benefits that come from being in a marriage. So the woman who's coming from the higher socioeconomic status is not only more likely to see married people and understand the value of that, but she also knows how to interact in those circles. Alright, she knows how to be a wife. She knows when to shut up. If you want to go to a Met Gala or you want to go to a business event for your job or whatever the case may be, for your entrepreneurship, whatever, she knows how to dress. She knows how to talk. She knows not to embarrass you. Alright, she's not going to go there looking like a hoe. She knows how to be classy. She ain't going to go there twerking. Alright, she ain't going to go there cursing. She's not going to go there and do anything that might mess up the money. Alright, she knows how to hang with the housewife. She knows how to follow the rules so you don't get in trouble with your HOA. All the little things that you guys aren't even discussing, thinking about, or talking about. She knows how to keep the bag. Alright, she knows how to not be the reason that all of a sudden the bag is going away. Alright, she's like, alright, listen, I know how to do this. I know how to do that. I got all these things under control. Alright. The next thing you want to look at even beyond that is what type of friends does she keep? What type of circle does she keep? All right, you are who you hang with at the end of the day. So an elite woman is going to have elite level friends. Friends who come from money. Friends who are high earners. Friends who are not thoughts. Friends who are married. Friends who come from the same situation she's coming from. Chances are you run into a chick, she's running with a bunch of hoes, and you think she's not one, you're out of your mind. Alright, likeness attracts likeness. I'm not saying you can't have some friends who are different, right? I grew up in the hood. I got some friends who still from the hood. But the majority of my friends, alright, they either came up out of the hood like me and turned themselves into high earner successes, or they already were that and we just linked up with them at a later point. I'm not running around with a bunch of gangbangers because I'm not a gangbanger. Alright, if I was running around with a bunch of gangbangers and you said, well, it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, it's a duck, how could I be mad about that? So vice versa. Alright, if you're running with a girl, none of her friends are married, none of her friends come from money, they all lower trailer park Tracy's, leftover low main Luann's. Alright, they're all ratchet Rihanna's or refried beans Rachel's. That's going to tell you everything you need to know. That's her. That's who she identifies with. That's the energy that she attracts. That's what you're going to deal with. That's what you're going to be running into. Alright? Now, get into her femininity. Alright? Typically, elite women are going to have feminine hobbies. What's a feminine hobby? This is going to be someone who might knit. It's going to be someone who might crochet. It's going to be someone who has an actual cookbook and actually enjoys cooking. Alright? It's going to be someone who's a neat freak. Likes a tidy, clean house. It's going to be someone who probably gardens. She's a gardener. She can grow stuff. Alright, grow fresh stuff. She's going to care about her upkeep. So nails done, hair done, everything did most of the time. Right? She's going to care about these things. If you're running into a chick who her hobbies include going out and drinking all the time every damn weekend, shaking ass, posting thirst traps, alright, running the streets, then you know what you're getting. You know what you're getting. You want someone who has feminine hobbies, alright? Because anyone can try to be a chameleon and see, okay, that's what you like a feminine woman. Let me get my hair done, let me get my nails done, let me lower the tone of my voice, make it a little bit more high pitched and play that way, right? But people can't create fake habits. You see a woman out here, like I said, she got a cookbook, she out here, she's gardening, she's knitting, she's sewing, alright, she's working out already. She's already concerned with keeping herself in shape, keeping herself in fit. Not only are these not things you have to teach her, she's already neatly likes to keep a clean house. Not only are these things you won't have to teach her, alright, but you can't fake these things. This is how you spot a chameleon. The woman might come to you acting like she's about all this stuff. When you go to her crib, you're like, damn, it ain't that clean in here. Damn, you're not cooking from scratch. You know what I'm saying? You popping everything out of a can. You ain't got no cookbook. You're not keeping no recipes. You must not enjoy doing that. I ain't got no garden. You're not keeping yourself fit. These are things you didn't already come in caring about. Alright? So, moving on from that and to my next point. Alright? Another trait of an elite woman. She's going to be naturally caring. All right, nurturing and caring, that's going to be something that's natural for her. So it's going to be a chick you often see who usually loves kids or likes hanging around kids or playing with babies and things of that nature, right? This is going to be the woman where if you cut yourself or you hurt yourself, she immediately is coming in like, oh, what happened? She's rubbing it. You know, she's got the Band-Aid. She's got the alcohol. Right? She got the aloe vera. She's going to treat the situation, right? And this is important because you have a lot of women nowadays who run around. Men act like babies when they get hurt. You got to baby them and treat them a certain way. And I mean, that's kind of what you're supposed to do. Like, a woman complaining about a man acting like a baby when he gets hurt is the equivalent of a dude complaining about having to pay for the date. Right? You're supposed to want to do that. So if you see someone fall and scrape their arm, if you see someone's in pain or they're sick, you're supposed to go and get the soup. You're supposed to go and make the tea. You're supposed to say, lay down and I got you. That's one of the ways you show your worth. Vice versa, like I said, if a dude sees your tire flat, he's supposed to offer to change it. He's supposed to be like, hey, you ain't gotta worry about it. I got this date since I asked you out. These are things that are supposed to happen. So a woman who says, oh, a man acts like babies when they get sick, this is a woman who is not naturally nurturing and caring. Because a nurturing and caring woman is going to say, yo, this is my time to shine. This is my time to show you my worth outside of my V-box. It goes back to what I was just saying about the hobbies. A woman who's naturally feminine, right, when it's time to make you a meal, she's going to be like, this is my time to shine. When it's time to bring you over, this is my time to shine. I'm going to show you how spick and span my house is, how well organized is it, the interior decor. That's another trait of an elite woman. An elite woman, you're not going to go to her crib, her bed on the floor, she don't got no headboard, there ain't no couch. You know what I'm saying? No, her interior design is going to be on point. A woman's interior space is a reflection of them. So if it's a mess, it means they ain't mess up here. Alright, this is another gem. If it's clean, if it's neat, if it's organized, if there's a pattern, if there's a theme to the house, like I said, she's gardening, she's doing all this extra stuff, that also reflects on her. That's letting you know she got her head together. That's letting you know that she actively thinks out everything she's doing. This is someone that you can trust. Alright? Now, people always knock educated women. I'm going to tell you something right now. Most of the time, elite women are going to be educated. Let that breathe, run it back. They are going to be educated. There's nothing wrong with an educated woman. A lot of times I'll tell you guys you should get an educated woman, and here's why. Being able to make it through a 4-year program or get your master's, so you did 6 or 7 years, it takes hard work and it takes dedication to be able to do that. Everybody can't do that. A lot of people cannot do that. A lot of people don't make it. They get pregnant, they drop out, they quit. If she could commit herself to getting through school, most likely, she can commit herself to a marriage. She can follow a plan. She can follow your lead consistently. All right, now you want to be careful. You don't want to date the one who went to college and spent $100,000 on an art degree. All right, and they're never going to make that $100,000 back, right? But someone who went to school, be a nurse, all right, be a doctor, be a lawyer, an engineer, anything around those lanes, that's going to be good to go most of the time. There's a certain amount of discipline and dedication that takes. You also don't want your woman to be stupid because ideally you want her to be an executive wife. So if you do plan on making her a housewife down the line, I know all y'all don't want to do that, but it's something that I plan on doing. You want to make sure she can count so she can balance the books. All right, you want to make sure she's organized. Because you might have her taking calls and setting up consultations or setting up appointments for you or mapping out your schedule, buying your plane tickets, whatever the case may be. Can't do all that if she's a moron. All right? You want her to be educated. All right? Also, you might want to open up her own business. All right? You're going to be in the house all day. I want you to run this business. Does she have the acumen to do that? Does she understand how to do that? If you give her a plan for doing that, again, does she have the discipline to follow said plan? And last but most certainly not least, one of the biggest traits of the elite woman is the elite woman is a lady in the streets, a freak in the sheets. I repeat, she's a lady in the streets, a freak in the sheets. Something that is a lost art nowadays. So the elite woman will reveal just enough to look good on your arm. Right? Just enough for people to be like, damn, who's that? Where'd you pull that from? But not so much that people think she's a thought. People think you walk around with some hoe. Going back to kind of what I said earlier about knowing how to dress in certain spaces. Alright? Elite women know how to do that. But when it's time to turn up, when it's time to go back to the crib, oh yeah, please believe they're going to be swinging from the chandelier, pop a flip, land on the dick. They're going to do that too, right? But they understand the balance of it all. They understand the balance of it all. I'm going to look like a sexy lady when I'm out with my mans because I don't want people to think that I'm ugly. I want people to think that I'm basic, but I also don't want people to think that I'm a thought and I'm just some bird he pulled around. I want people to think this is a high-level, sexy, fine-ass, classy woman. And then when I get home, that's when I'm going to be a thought. That's when I'm going to really turn up. That's when I'm going to wild out. That's when I'm going to get it popping on the stripper pole and do the whole nine. All right? Now, this is still yet another short version, right? I could go a little bit longer once I start doing the lives, which is coming real soon. I'll go a little bit longer and get into a little bit more detail about it. But in general, this is what the elite woman is. And that's what separates the elite woman from the high value woman. Because the high value woman is just an educated high earner. The elite woman is a feminine, educated high learner from a suburban background, right? With respect for men who still bask in her femininity, which is her nurturing, caring nature, her submissive nature, right? Her gardening nature, her cleaning nature, her cooking nature, her knitting nature, her sewing nature. But she can still go out here and get it. She still got enough of that masculinity, kind of what I said in another video, to where I can follow a plan. If you set a plan, I can follow that plan, right? If you give me an assignment, I can achieve that assignment. No matter what the hell that assignment is. If you say, should you be my executive woman, I can do that. If you tell me if you fall on hard times, you need me to go get a bag, I got the education, I got the background, I got the experience, I can do that. Alright? If you tell me you don't need me to do nothing, but just be a housewife, I can do that too. You know why? Because I'm nurturing, I'm caring, I'm supporting. When it's time to look classy and sexy, I can do that. When it's time to be a thought, I can do that. Those are the things you want to look for, right? Like I said, I'm not getting in too much into personality traits, right? Your girl might like sports, that's fine. All right, you might like a girl who likes anime, that's cool. You might like a girl who's into like hiking and extreme stuff, that's cool. You might like a girl who like to go out to eat, be pretty all the time, that's cool too. You're not really getting too much into personality, but these are things that no matter what personality she has, you can read. Is there a man in her life? Does she come from money? All right? Does her family, the most people in her family, are they married? How most of the people in her family, are they single mothers? These are things you can read, but that doesn't even have anything to do with the personality. It's called pre-selection. Men don't pre-select enough. You have to have a pre-selection process. Women come out, they date, they're always looking for something to disqualify you for. We go out and we're just like, you're pretty, I'm not going to pay attention to your family background, your history, what you can do, what you can't do. You're just pretty, so I'm going to wife you. Then when you get divorce raped, you're mad. But you really have no one to blame but yourself because you didn't really pay attention to this person. You just went strictly off of looks, which is 9 out of 10 going to be a recipe for disaster. Alright? So that's a short version of what the elite woman is and what separates the elite woman from the high value woman, because money is a part of it. Being a high earner is a part of it, but that's not all of it. Alright? That's just a sample size of what it is. I am Malik. I am out. Peace.